Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Building a Nation with Team Canada. And today we dive back into the North American Champions League for a big game. Vancouver Whitecaps versus the Wings of LAFC. It's a matchup that has not gone well for us in previous games, as I'm sure you'll see once we get to the matchup. But we're looking to turn things around, and we're looking to do it maybe a different way than we have in the past. So let's take a look at the stage, see what else is up for grabs here. And basically, this is the semifinals. So a spot in the final is what's up for grabs. 2 legs, 2 games, home and home. Vancouver versus LAFC, and then Cruz Azul versus Tigres, who I believe are the favorites of this competition. They're currently 11th, though, in the closing stage of the Mexican division, and meanwhile, Cruz Azul is 2nd. So perhaps I've got it wrong, but it seems like Tigres has performed the best in this competition. So they're my favorite, perhaps not everyone's favorite. Anyway, let's get to the match preview. We don't have a lot to talk about. There have been like roster moves and things like that with Vancouver, but nothing of terrible interest. Let's get to the match preview. Here we are. LAFC is the betting favorite, although we do come in strong form. 3 wins, 2 draws, no losses in our last 5. LAFC's inconsistent. 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. But that sort of pales in comparison to our previous engagements here, where LAFC has won 5 and drawn 2 of our last 8, which leaves only 1 game left for us to have won. So that's not a good record. 1-5-2 against 1-2-5, I guess, is the other way to put that, against LAFC. So hopefully we can turn that around here in Champions League. We're both missing a few players. Got a lot of players unregistered because of those roster movements. You know, we've had a lot of people come back from loan, and some other guys go out on loan and things like that, and it's messed up our Champions League roster. David Norman, Jonas Hakkinen are both doubtful for this game, but LAFC has problems of their own. Latif Blessing is doubtful. Alexander Ring also doubtful. Let's see. Coach Andre Villas-Boas is still down there. Our nemesis since 2018. He has, pulled one over on us time and time again. So let's see. We're going to start first leg off at the Bank of California Stadium. Nearly a sellout. 21,000 tickets sold. 80 degrees, breezy and sunny. A much better day than our previous Champion League games have been. So I guess that's what you get in sunny California. You get sun. Who knew? Who knew? It's right there in the name. So we're going to have a bit of a different lineup. You know, one of the reasons that we play in Champions League is to get our young players more international experience. And we're going to do that here with today's lineup. Because, you know, a lot of our starters want to play MLS games. They don't want to play Champions League games, or at least they don't want to sacrifice MLS games to play in Champions League. So we're going to, do what we got to do here. We're going to put the youngsters in there, and likewise, the board puts no preference on Champions League whatsoever. They really, honestly, do not care. They don't even, if we look at our competitions, they don't even have an expectation. Nothing. They do not care one little bit. So we're going to focus on, MLS, and we're going to give the youngsters a chance in Champions League versus LAFC. Let's see if they can change our fortunes. So we've got McGee in goal, Kindell and Ahmed at the fullbacks with Henry and Romeo. Romeo has been outstanding since we've been playing him. He's got 6 total appearances, 4 starts, 2 goals, and a 7.18 rating. He's become a bit of a wonder man on our set pieces, so definitely going to keep him in there and keep him playing as much as we can. And next to Henry, that gives us a pretty good, pretty solid defensive pairing. And we got Zelalem and Haywood in the midfield. Hendricks, Veda, Senior, and Lemire up top. So it's a brand new attack. All kinds of youngsters. You put Haywood up there. I think our average age is like 17 with these 5 players here. So, yeah, we'll see what they can do against LAFC. We didn't even look at their lineup. I guess we'll look at that in a minute. And the pep talk. So, opposition instructions. They're playing the big guns here. Not a lot of reserves we're looking at here. They got Jesse Gonzalez in goal. Kelvin Leerdam right back. He's a excellent player. The Dutch international player. Well, under 21 international. I guess he never played for the senior team. Is that correct? Must be. But anyway, he's still pretty good. Hedges, Zimmerman in the center defense. That's an outstanding pairing. Amro Tarek, 28-year-old American. He's pretty decent. 15 tackling. I mean, I'd take this guy. 6'3". Where did he come from? No youth caps. No caps of any kind for this guy. Interesting. All right. Nick Haglund, Chris McCann in the midfield. Vela, Horta, Diamande, and Janssen up top. Janssen, their leading goal scorer. Does it say how many? It does not, but he's their top goal scorer. So we got issues. They're playing taking this very seriously and playing everybody they can possibly play. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes in the away leg. Probably should have played a little more conservatively, but, you know, we'll go with what we do and make changes accordingly. I think our young guys, you know, they've been improving greatly throughout the season and throughout the years. You know, Vieda, we just sold him, actually, to a team in his native Hungary, I think. Somewhere out there in Eastern Europe. So he'll be going out there. I mean, ooh, that's not a great tackle there. Carlos Vela getting shown the sideline very roughly. But, yeah, he's going to be leaving us, but not for a couple of seasons. It's another one of those deals. Because he's only 16, you know, it's going to take a few years before we can actually sell him. We can't actually sell a 16-year-old. You know, that sounded pretty bad. We have to wait till he's 18 to sell him. So, yeah, we got him for another couple years, so we'll continue to work with him as we can. Just let him sit here and train, and he's probably not going to get too much more playing time. But basically, I figured out that it would take way too long for this guy to get Canadian citizenship because it has to be, you have to be in the country 5 years after your 18th birthday. So it's like at that, there's no point in waiting that long for this guy. I mean, he's okay, but we got other dudes who are just as good, if not better, and we don't really need to waste our time on him. So we're going to sell him, get a little bit of cash, and move on to other prospects. He was Hungarian, 100% Hungarian, had no Canadian lineage, so there's just nothing we could do, unfortunately. Senior gets it out to Ahmed. Ahmed's going to look to make the early cross. Nope. I think we're holding on to possession here. All of our teenagers. Veda, the little dude, 5'1". Is he going to take a shot? He is. And he almost scores. Look at him next to Gonzalez. Gonzalez is like a monster compared to him. How big is Gonzalez? 6'4" versus 5'1". Yeah. Yikes. I'm pretty sure he's the smallest player I've ever seen. 5'1", 103 pounds. That's pretty ridiculous. All right, throw in. Far side, Zelalem gathers in. He's got plenty of room, plenty of space. See what he does with it. Drops it to Kendall. We're taking our time, obviously. And that means that pretty soon somebody's just going to boot it forward. Or they're going to make a horrific mistake, which hopefully they don't. There we go. Get it to Henry. Get it to the elder statesman, and he's going to bomb it to nobody. That's odd that there's nobody downfield. Aren't we supposed to have an advanced forward down there? Janssen looks like he's picked up a bit of an injury. LA is going to try to move it methodically forward. There's like, this is the longest highlight in the universe. Tarek. What happened here? Offside. No, penalty, what? What happened there? Janssen's going to take it. I don't like that. Sneaky penalty. He scores. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. Alright, we don't need to see that replay. What we need to know is who got the penalty. Is there a way to, like, see that? Anywhere? No? No? Who got the penalty? Is there, like, a, analysis? Summary? No, doesn't say who made the mistake. I mean, he didn't get a yellow card for it. Huh. Mystery penalty. Not happy about that. Down 1-0. All we really need is 1-1, though. So it's not that bad. Haywood is booked. Okay. Ease off the tackles, my man. Our youngsters up top are not playing well, and they're looking kind of nervous. Here's Carlos Vela. Henry heads it out. See if LAFC can turn it over here. That would be wonderful. Nope, Vela in. Romeo heads it out, but Zimmerman coming way forward. Pressure him. Come on, get the steal, get the steal, get the steal. He's got nowhere to go. He's got to send it all the way back to the keeper, or he's going to be in real trouble. Getting pressed by our... Who's he getting pressed by? This is ridiculous. Okay. Nice foul. Haywood. No! Haywood. Come on now. What's happening here? Don't give him a card. Jeez, giving him a card. Haywood is sent off. So, I guess we bring Veda down to midfield. Make him box to box. We'll get him out at halftime. Bring T-Bert in. So the youth experiment didn't necessarily work here, at least not so far. It is only 1-0, but we might have to do something drastic here. I just added a brand new tactic, brought it over from the Canadian national team. Look at this. 4-4-2. Outstanding. Russell, you know, the new and innovative 4-4-2. See, does that work? That does not work. Deep line playmaker, I suppose, for Zalalem, sure. T-Bert. Hendricks doesn't really like to play left wing at all. But, because he's an attacking winger. So is Senior. They're both attacking wingers. But we'll let him play out on the wing because we really don't have much option. We could bring in Raheem Edwards. For Hendricks. Yeah, sure. Why not? What are we doing? What else? What do we have to lose, honestly? Sure. Alright, dressing room. Pep talk. This is not good, boys. This is not good. Assertively. Expect to see a much better second half from the 10 of you. Let's go. Let's get it done. You know, if we keep it to 1-0, or if we get a sneaky, tricky 1-1 out of this, that would be outstanding. I think the other thing we'll do is we'll drop down the highlights, to key highlights. So we don't need to see just like 10 minutes of that, right? 10 minutes of them walking up and shooting and maybe missing or maybe not. I'd rather see just the real highlights. That's no good. Henry is furious and error-prone, apparently. Let's Calm down. How about that? No, we're frustrated with that. Disinterested. Calm down never works. I don't know what it is, but you should never use the calm down. There's maybe like one specific instance. But we had guys that were nervous and furious, right? You're supposed to tell those guys to calm down, but I guess not. It doesn't work. It backfires, in fact. Now LA is disinterested because we've dropped back into this unknown, never-before-seen formation. We got one sub left to make. I don't know that we have much in the way of impact subs. 75 minutes. Is there anybody worth subbing in? You know, we can put Hundle up top. See if he can make magic. Magic Man, do your thing. 79 minutes. 80 minutes. Nope. I don't think we're gonna get much out of this. 41% possession, only 2 shots. That ain't no good. They've got 20 shots, as I said. That's what the second half was going to be. It was just going to be them shooting at us. Look at that. They've copied our formation. Trademark infringement. 4-4-2. Here we are. Oh. That's terrible. To let that in stoppage time. To go down 2 goals. Not real happy about that. What's this formation? I don't like that. Oh, it's because we brought in the new formation. It didn't keep our set pieces. It brought in the stock set pieces. Hate that. I hate that with a passion. Okay. Alright, so we'll have to get along to the second leg here and maybe do a little better. Maybe try a different lineup, because that lineup didn't work at all. You know, we got another MLS game right before, so it's going to be tricky. Canada's moved up 1 place to 58. We qualified for the World Cup, and we move up 1 place. Come on now. We drew with Mexico, and all we get is 1 place. Not happy with that. Haywood suspended. Yeah, we'll confirm that. Dummy. Big dummy. Alright, we're going to pause it here before I say something I regret. Pause. Okay, we are back for the second leg of the Champions League semifinals. So exciting. I'm choking up over here. Alright, let's do something different. Let's be better. How about that? Yeah, so we're going with a little bit different lineup, and by a little bit, I mean it's as close to our starting lineup as we can get at the moment because just of roster congestion, or not roster congestion, we do have a little bit of that in certain positions, but no, fixture congestion and injuries and suspensions and whatnot. This is what we're going with, so let's go get to the starting lineups. It's an interesting week. We had a draw versus Houston in the interim. We've had a lot of guys coming back from loan because the Canadian Premier League has that weird 2-legged system that they do where they have like a spring season and a fall season or whatever it is. And so like the guys who were in the first season came back from loan now, and like it was a little bit disturbing to our roster to have those guys sort of come back out of the blue. But anyway, we got McGee in goal, Ahmed, Henry, Hakkinen, and Nerwinski at defense. So again, like I said, close to our starting defense, not quite starting defense. Tibert, Baldissimo in the midfield, Brim, Zalalem, Venuto, and Lemire up top. Lemire needs to score some goals. He needs to play a little better than he's playing. 4 appearances, 6.43 rating. That is not going to get it done, my man. LAFC, Gone to a 4-2-3-1, sort of. Looks like they got defensive midfielders back here. Gonzalez, Hedges, Zimmerman, Olasunde is in at right back. 9 starts, 1 assist. Ring is back from suspension. Haglund is still there. Shea at left wing. 1 start all year long. Horta, Vela, and Diamande up top. 3 goals. So it's still pretty potent with those 3 guys. And we got to do better than last game. You know, we gave up that second goal late in that last game, and that one could kill us. So he's sprung a few surprises here. Yeah, sure. Get out. All right, here we are at home. Let's go, boys. We are in the whites, and LAFC in their traditional black. Black with gold trim. All right. Vela's looking a little tired. He'll probably come out of the game early. That would be good for us. Hopefully he doesn't come out early after a couple of goals. How is old Carlos Vela looking these days? 32 years old. Still dang old good. Look at him. Off the ball, flair, technique, acceleration is still perfectly fine. You know, to play a poacher type role. You know, yeah. He's still real good. Still one of the best attackers in Major League Soccer for sure. All right. Let's do something here. You know, a highlight would be nice. What are we looking at here? 59% possession, so LA might be dropping back a little bit. Just content to play defense. You know, we're not all out attack just yet. We might have to go attack in the second half because we do need 2 goals. But it'd be real nice to get one of those goals in the first half. You know, take small bites, baby steps, 1 foot in front of the other. That would be very nice. Let's go. Passes completed, 65%. That's no good. Oh, it's starting to rain. Here we go. Zalalem. Back to Nowinski. Sends it across. Diamande heads it out. Looks like LA is going to start their counterattack. This must be what they've been waiting for. Horta on the run. Sends one across to Diamande, and he scores. Dio on the doorstep, and he scores. Horta just sort of outraces everybody. He's still got pretty good pace. He's onside. And their keeper just couldn't stop him. McGee. So, 3. We're down 3 now. So I guess attacking would be good. We might as well start now. No time like the present. Maybe we can get one before half. Nope. Look at that. Vela and Horta are dying out there, so they're going to come out early, but they got no need to stay out there. 3-goal lead. So no problems. No problems at all. Okay. So that was not good. We're going to have to bring Hundle in. He's, you know, pretty good. Get Lemire out of there. I mean, in terms of fitness. He hasn't been scoring. He hasn't been playing very well at all. So Hundle may have reached his ceiling, unfortunately. You know, he was a wonder kid in the under 20s and, you know, in the Olympics. And now he's sort of hit a wall. So we got to find a way to take him to that next level. Not exactly sure how to do that at this juncture. Is there anything else we want to do here? Is anybody else playing particularly poorly? No, not really. So we're going attacking. Going, yeah. Counter press. Yeah. Out of possession. Yeah. All right. Dressing room. Let's go. No. Let's be assertive. Not happy. We need 3 goals. 3 goals this half. It's not impossible, but the way we've been scoring recently, it's highly unlikely. Just have not been putting in the goals, unfortunately. You know, whether we're on attack or not, it doesn't make a difference because our lineups have been so just so in and out. So many injuries and rotations and different lineups in there. It's hard to get any sort of flow. So this second half of the season, we're not even second half of the season. This, you know, after Champions League, we're going to focus more on just getting players together and playing a unified lineup. That would be pretty nice. It's already 60 minutes down and not a lot happening. Give a shout. Demand more. Got some motivated boys. Now everybody's focused. Demand more seems to be like the #1 thing you can do. It's just demand more and everybody gets focused. It at least gives positive results most of the time. As opposed to some of those other shouts that maybe not so much. But now we're quickly back to being anxious. T-Bert and Ahmed. T-Bert's down to 65%. So we can slide Baldissimo down, even though he's not much better, at 68%. And we can slide Zelalem down farther. And then bring in... we got 2 central defenders for some reason on the bench. So we messed up the bench. That's good. I was wondering why we had so few midfielders. And that's why. You know, and if necessary, I guess we can move Hakkinen up to defensive midfielder and then bring in one of those central defenders. Should have looked at the bench a little more closely. I was a little too worried about the starters. But even the starters aren't playing particularly well, so I guess it doesn't matter. I don't think we're going to get our 3 goals. 83 minutes down. This is just not a great ending to the Champions League run. It's, yeah. Baldissimo's exhausted out there. Okay, we'll make a sub. We will do what we said we would. Hakkinen up. And then Kamiri in for our 3rd sub. So yeah, that didn't do much. 30 seconds left to go. Zelalem, can we get a consolation goal here? Out wide to Brim. Nope. Our crosses are still not good. We still need to find a way to get our crosses in a little better. I've been trying to teach these guys to like drive the ball past their opponent so they can knock the ball past their opponent, to be specific. Knock the ball past their opponent so that they can get some space to throw in some crosses, because right now all they're doing is just sending their crosses directly into the backside of who's ever defending them. And that's not so good. Brim, can he do it? He sends one in. Venuto on the backside. He dribbles the ball straight into the waiting arms of Gonzalez. And there ends the game. Okay, boys, not happy about that showing. I mean, you know, we did what we could with our roster limitations, but still, not happy about that. Simply put, not good enough. Get out. Get out. Alright, so we're out in the Champions League. It's sort of a step back from us because we made the finals last year. And now, we don't have much to do except for MLS. So let's see. We made 250K. Defeat in Champions League. It's fine, it's fine. We still can't beat LAFC, so we got problems there. Now, as far as the rest of the season, what are we going to do here? We don't have a lot on the schedule in terms of national team. Under 23s, also, not a lot on the schedule. That's last year. Under 20s, anything going on? No. We've already played those games. So I don't know what we're going to do other than take a look at MLS, probably come in, mid-season or something like that, and check in on Vancouver, see where we're at. We've only played 7 games, so we still got a long way to go in MLS, and maybe by mid-season we'll have our roster straightened out, and then we can take a look and actually have some sort of semblance of an idea of what's going on. So I guess until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.